Alrighty, what's up YouTube? Today is going to be my, what's this, second video on this channel. Well, other than the re-uploads from my old channel. You guys are all welcome to watch those videos and, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel and all that stuff. But yeah, this is going to be a two-part video actually. I think I'm going to do one part first and then I'll upload the second part a little bit after. So in this first part, we're going to be talking about the summer of 2021's anime, as I think some of these animes are finishing up. Some of them are obviously going to cross over to the freaking what was it? Is it spring? It's fall? Man, I'm getting my freaking seasons wrong. But yeah, obviously these are the leftovers. So those I have my opinions on. But we'll go through them when we get through them. So this first part is obviously I'm going to be talking about the summer of 2021. And if you guys, like or want to hear my opinions and all that stuff on this season's, continue watching the video. But if you don't, well, I have my other video coming up talking about the fall, and you guys can watch that. So let's go ahead and jump into this with freaking number uno. That time I got reincarnated into a slime, second part of season 2, which I forgot the reason why they did that, but still, it was a really good season. I think it was a very entertaining season. Again, the source material is just that good that, hey, if you messed it up, then that just means the animation company or something, you guys didn't get paid enough, or it was just bad. It was just that trash. But this season of that time I got reincarnated to a slime, really good. My favorite part about freaking this anime was literally Veldora. Veldora is literally my favorite part about this anime. Other than freaking Rimuru turning into a freaking demon lord and whatnot, and then destroying all those humans because they're sacks of crap and whatnot. So yeah, Veldora, favorite right now. Kobayashi, don't really care about this anime. I do know, like, there's some memes and whatnot, and then people glorify the hell out of that one dragon maid, whatever. But yeah, this anime, I don't really give a crap about it. It's just there. Vanitas no Carte, really good. Absolutely love it. My favorite thing about Vanitas no Carte is obviously Vanitas and Janu. Noe, he's kind of whatever to me, honestly. Like, he's a vampire that, like, if he drinks your blood, he can see into your memories. And, like, that's a cool ability. Like, I haven't actually, like, seen or anything like that when it comes to, like, vampires and whatnot. And, as a person who likes the vampire genre, I like the werewolf, Frankenstein, mummy, and all that type of stuff. I just like supernatural stuff. That was really interesting. Tante wa mo shinderu, that is, I think the detective is already dead or something like that, and the detective is the girl in the white hair. If you guys didn't know or didn't watch this anime, this anime, I dropped it, I think, after 6 episodes. And then I freaking went back and then just RKO'd it freaking in one day. And still, the anime, again, it just blew over my head. I didn't find it that funny. And it was, like, mediocre at best. Like, I would give it, like, probably a 5 out of 10. So this anime, kind of whatever. The thing about this one is that the guy here, he's, like, a really unlucky guy. And he gets himself into weird, precarious situations. And just so happens he meets up this girl that's a detective and whatnot. And then these 3 girls on the side here have, like, parts of the detective's body. So, like, one girl has her eye. One girl has her heart. The other girl... What does she have again? I forgot. She had something. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, so she had something. I think it was... I don't remember. I'm not even going to try and guess because I don't remember. But yeah, I remember the other 2 though, because I think those 2 characters are okay. but I could care less about that one for some reason. So yeah, this whole story just blew over my head. It just made no sense to me. Kanojo mo Kanojo, really entertaining. I liked it. Of course, there is some like hard, like questionable decisions in this one. But yeah, the main character, he's an interesting character. The girls are fine. They're kind of they make questionable decisions too. But other than that, it's very entertaining anime. I would give it like what people gave it like a 65%. Yeah, like I'd give it a good 7. Honestly, I'd give it a good 7. It's okay. It was entertaining. It wasn't like the most amazing story ever, but it was okay. Bokutachi no Remake. This anime was weird. I will straight up say that this anime was weird. Now it's like this anime is like kind of gives you a little insight, I guess, on like what it's like to go through an art school or something like that. But then it's not focusing on that. It's focusing on like this main character who didn't choose to go to a certain college or something like that. And, you know, he kind of went through life, did a lot of things, kind of became the jack of all trades in like the gaming industry. And then he has like a lot of regrets, and then boom, time travel. He mentally time traveled back into his freaking like younger self, and then actually chose to go through the school, and then another time skip, and then he's married and whatnot, and then you're just like, wait, how does he time travel? And then of course, we see that it's like connected to a pink-haired girl and whatnot, but that's to be seen because the last episode comes out in 3 days, compared to the recording of this video, which is September 21st. So hopefully they explain that. Oh, and I forgot to say, light novels have a very generic art style, and if you think about it and you compare and contrast art styles, you really see it. They have a very generic art styles when it comes to like light novels. That is one thing I hate about light novels, is because they have a very generic-y art style for like anime when they make like anime adaptations of light novels. If you notice it, which again, that's just one thing I take into account. Other than that, I usually pay attention to the story and the characters. And then if both of those are trash, then I just obviously just dog on the art too, because all of them tend to have a very similar art style. What was this one? The realist hero. What was it? The realist hero cultivates a falling kingdom. I think that's what this one is about. I watched it. It was again generic stuff. Isekai. He's not overpowered. Our main character boy here, at the bottom. But he is very smart. He's supposed to be realistic when it comes to things, and it's okay. Like, it's nothing amazing. I'd give it like probably a 6. Like, let's see. Like Tante wa Moshinuru, what did I give it? 7-ish? Nah, probably 6. This one I'd probably give it a 6 too, but most likely a 6.5, honestly. Bokutachi no Remake, probably out of 10, I'd give it like a good, like, low 7. Like a low 7. Almost like a 6.9 or something, but it was okay. Sony Boy. Sony Boy, I don't think I'm going to go back and watch that anime. I gave it like 6 episodes. This anime, I swear to God, it just blew over my head. I didn't like these characters. They're in a school, and it's kind of like that one freaking movie where the school is like sent to another dimension. Well, in the movie that I'm thinking about with what was it? It's like this school gets closed off by like these Japanese gods that like kill all the students. But instead, this one is like these kids in this school get sent off to another dimension, and the kids gain powers, and then a lot of things happened, and then I'm just like, okay. But yeah, so I know there's a lot of good things going for it. It's just the story just didn't happen, didn't didn't connect. The planets did not align in my head for this anime. I was just like, yeah, nah, I'm good. Jahi-sama, this anime, entertaining so far. 8 episodes in, I like it. It is a good 7 out of 10. Again, it's not really generic, but it is like a very simple storytelling. But again, they kind of mishmash the isekai genre where instead of a hero or whatever gets isekai to another world, it's kind of like the Demon Lord's a part-timer where the Demon Lord or whatever comes to the real world. That's what this Jahi-sama is like. But instead of, you have Mado in freaking that time, the Demon Lord's a part-timer. Jahi-sama, obviously, she's also a part-timer or whatnot. But, obviously, girl, very, what do you call it, spicy outfit, kind of a waifu material anime, honestly, just like Kanojo mo Kanojo is. And same as Kobayashi, very waifu fodder anime, I would like to call them. Whenever I see like anime that has like a lot of girls in it, or like it's a harem anime, I call it waifu fodder, because literally it's just there to like give people like new waifus and whatnot. That's just how I see it. Seirei Gensoki, forgot what that's translated to. Again, this one it falls into the generic light novel art style. It does have a very generic, and I will be using that word a lot because that's what a lot of light novels do. It does a very generic story where obviously isekai, overpowered in some type of way, and then goes on an adventure, finds people who are also isekai or also got reincarnated and whatnot. A very, very is it generic now these days, because we see a lot of isekai stories and manga and light novels come out these days. So I don't know if it's really generic, but it's a story that's been told again and again, and most of the time, the only thing that's going for it is probably the characters, and the story is just very generic. But again, this anime, it's okay. It's a okay watch. I do think that they like changed some things, because some I think things in this anime was a little too dark, I think. What was it? I think the guy who killed our main character's mother tried to rape her, if you understand what I'm putting down. I'm not trying to hit you over the head with it, but and then obviously he killed her while trying to rape her, which is obviously like super fucked up and definitely deserves a revenge story, which that's what this anime kind of is. But the revenge story is kind of an undertone of a story that's not yet to be told yet, but it's okay. People gave it a 70%. I'd give it a good 7. Yeah. Ultimate Game, again, first season really good. Second season lackluster as hell. I literally could care less for it, honestly. I have not much to say about it. The first season was cool. I liked it. The second season, it's a good probably 6. I wouldn't really give it a 7. I'd give it like a 6. Aquatopia, didn't watch this one. Didn't care for it. Suki ga Michibiku Isekai Dochi. I'm pretty sure I butchered that. But, again, this one, it is kind of in your generic isekai world. But the only thing that I noticed that's, like, different and I think is unique is that, hey, his mom and dad is the hero and Demon Lord. They fell in love, went to the human world, or the original world that's not fantasy world. And then, obviously, they made a deal with the goddess and then the god of the real world, you could say. And I put like quotation marks on that, real world. And then they're like, hey, one of our kids will become the hero of your world to the goddess. And then the goddess is a bitch, of course. And then obviously she tells our main character, who obviously we're following the archer kid here. She's like, oh, You're ugly. I'm not gonna let you mingle with the humans. You're gonna mingle with the monsters. And so I found that unique, and I liked it. It's a very interesting story. People gave it a 7. I would honestly give it, well, yeah, I would give it a 7 too. Honestly, my ranking for like 8s and aboves is like, you gotta be fucking like Tokyo Ghoul levels of awesomeness, and like that's a high standard, honestly. Tokyo Ghoul, Bleach, One Piece, Naruto, Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail is like a good 8 or 9 to me, honestly. Urimachi Onisan, I think this one, I watched a little bit of it, and I just remember how much they like being an adult sucks, and I'm just like, yes, obviously. Like, yes. Peach Boy Riverside, this one didn't like. I didn't like this anime. This anime, honestly, 5 out of 10. Pretty mediocre as hell. Could care less about this anime. Momotaro story, but what if there was a second Momotaro and it was a female, and that female was just as strong as the male, and then she just does the same shit, and it's like, okay, I guess you can call that a story of its own, I guess. So it's honestly nothing special. Shinigami Bochan no Kuromaid, Tokuromaid. I think it's the, what was it? The Death Duke and his Black Maid, something like that. I am butchering the translations. My translating is terrible for Japanese. This anime, very likable. Absolutely adore the characters. The story is kind of bounces around. But it's pretty good because the main storyline is trying to cure the Duke of his curse, which is his touch. Everything he touches dies. Kind of like, what's that one Greek story where everything this one dude touches turns to gold? That's kind of what this story is like, but instead, whatever he touches dies. So I like it. Very entertaining characters. Not a very entertaining story, but likable story. Yeah, pretty good anime, honestly. I would give it a good 7 out of 10. Remain, honestly, Remain gave me a whole new perspective and respect for water polo players. You know, I didn't really care for water polo, and then I watched this anime, and then I went on YouTube and watched water polo players, and I'm just like, shit. These guys have to learn how to swim, and I already don't know how to swim. I suck at swimming. Like, I won't say I sink like a rock because I can float, but like the mere act of trying to swim, like I can't even get myself above the water to actually breathe. Like, I suck at swimming. Like, I won't say I sink like a rock, but you know, I'm like a whale who doesn't know how to flap or something. So yeah. But yeah, Remain water polo anime, very entertaining. Like it. Our main character is kind of a douche, but he does become a better person later on. Ida-ten, this anime, interesting, to say the least. I think the most interesting part is how they delve into like how these gods in this world are created by the like desires and wishes of people, and then obviously they have demons and whatnot in this. It's interesting, honestly. But yeah, and then obviously a lot of plot, like 1 or 2 plot twists in this. It's okay. People gave it like a 7 out of 10. I don't know if I'll give it a 7 out of 10, but I give it like a 6.5. Make You Black Company. Again, this one, I won't say it's generic because it's freaking like, what if an evil person got isekai'd to another world and he's kind of like building a corrupt company. So I won't say it's like generic, but again, it's a story I could care less about. Again, main character is obviously, he's not overpowered, but he does have a overpowered companion, which is the pink dragon girl on the side of him there. But yeah, this anime, kind of whatever. Megumi Ryo no Ryubo-kun. This anime, again, I can't really say it's generic. It's harem-y-ish. Uh, but it does fall into the generic ecchi animes that the story literally means nothing, and the only thing is more waifu fodder. And I could care less about any of the characters, honestly. It's not like High School DxD where the story was actually like watchable, and the characters were actually pretty decent, honestly. And this one, again, is it's generic characters, generic, not really story, but generic like ecchi harem anime that I could care less about. Date 5 Build a Battle. Didn't watch this one. Didn't look interesting to me. Kaizoku Ojo. I liked it. It's only 8 episodes so far. It's pretty good. We follow the kind of story of this princess with like white-ish golden hair, or platinum hair, you could say. And yeah, we just kind of follow her story. Very interesting story. She has like some traumas from childhood that she's trying to overcome and whatnot. And we obviously have a great cast of crew of like ninja samurai guys. So it's honestly entertaining. It is made by Crunchyroll and I think Adult Swim. So, you know, they're doing okay. Honestly, it's not terrible other than their business decisions. But yeah. This light novel anime, again, this one doesn't really have your generic light novel art style, because if you look at this anime, this anime, this anime, and this anime, and this anime, you know, they all have the art style that you're like, oh shit, they're kind of similar, you know? The only thing different is probably the shading, the colors, but then the designs of the characters from like face to body and whatnot, very similar. The eyes tend to be very similar and whatnot. The only thing that's usually different is like how they color and shade the characters. But yeah, so this one, very different art style. I can't really say it was super generic because it's very bubbly of an art style. But again, this story, very slice of lifey. Nothing really happens. Like, is nothing like amazing. It's just kind of like, hey, the daily life of a guy who owns a drugstore and just helps out people in the village. And again, he's isekai'd, but again, they don't even tell you how he got isekai'd. Nothing like that was ever shown from what I can remember. So yeah, probably they'll show it in the last episode, but I don't think so. People really didn't like this anime, 58%. I think it was okay, honestly. I would give it like probably a 6. It is very typical of an anime. That's just like slice of lifey, you know. It's just there to be there, you know. So, yeah. 100 Man. This anime, didn't like the first season, so I didn't watch the second season. Scarlet Nexus, didn't care about it. It's a video game anime. Most of the time, video game animes tend to not be that good. This one, not even going to pronounce it because it's just a regular Magic High School, but on the viewpoint of the girls. And again, nothing new, nothing different, nothing special. It does just introduce like conflicts between the girls and then like new female crew characters that kind of have their own little story. But again, nothing new, nothing that different. It's still the same storyline from the first anime, and honestly, it's nothing special. Higurashi, I still gotta watch the first season. Jesus. Kageki Shoujo, could care less. What was it? It was like a music school and that stuff. Yeah. When I hear about that stuff, I usually don't give a crap about it. Same goes for Love Live. This type of crap, don't care. Mahou Shoujo, I literally could care less about magical girl stuff. Nighthead, this one, literally. I don't like 3D animated stuff. And it's bearable if it's like 3D animated with like a 2D overcoats on it. Not really like this one, Shinigami. Not really like that one. I think there was another one that's like that, but I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, most of this stems from watching the what was it, second or third season of Berserk, when they chose to do 3D animated Berserk, and it was pretty dog. So yeah, this one didn't even care to watch. Didn't look interesting. BTS, but freaking anime for this Idol 7. Same goes for this Suki Pro, the animation. Pretty much BTS, but freaking anime again. Yeah. And I think it got kind of put on hold, I guess. Better Robot Art, I think it's just a reanimation of an old anime, and I don't even think this one ever came out. I guess we can talk about leftovers too, honestly, before I end the video. And I'll just talk about the ones that I liked. Famitsu no Anata, goddamn, did this anime break me down so hard. This anime is like the most emotional roller coaster I've ever watched this year. Not of all time, because obviously you have Anohana, Clannad, Angel Beats, Gurren Lagann, and that freaking roller coaster. Well, what other sad anime have I watched and I remember? I don't remember a lot. If I had to freaking remember them, I'd probably do it on like my anime list or something. But yeah, Famitsu no Anata, goddamn, was it sad? Oh goddamn, I'm not even gonna say much about it because you gotta watch it for yourself to understand. That shit broke me. Tokyo Revengers, really good so far. Oh yeah, did it end? 24 episodes aired. Oh yeah, with the with freaking Kisaki freaking saying My Hero at the end. Yeah. Crazy shit's gonna happen. If you guys read the manga and you already know. If you know, you know. But yeah, Tokyo Revengers, pretty amazing, honestly. For people who don't really like Tokyo Revengers because of the art style, you're an idiot. Like, I'm just gonna put that out there. You're an actual idiot. First of all, if you haven't read the manga, you shouldn't even care about the art style. You should be caring about the characters and the freaking story instead of the art and animation, because you haven't even read the manga. You're just watching the anime. So don't even dare say that you don't like it because of art. And you're fine to like what you like, but you can't judge it if you don't even actually have good taste and haven't even read the mangas. So hey, keep it to yourselves, I guess. But I will say the art style of Tokyo Revengers is pretty good, though. I do like it better than what I can do. Boku no Hero Academia, worst season of Boku no Hero Academia, worst season ever. The way they handled My Villain Academia, oh my god, I'd rather go to my grave than freaking see them do freaking My Villain Academia. That crap was atrocious. Like, I know they have like a 25 episode limit, but like, oh man, like, it's a popular series. They could have stretched it. Honestly, to like 2 more episodes or something. Like what was it? Chapter 218 to 223 or 224. All that skipped. They're like, yeah, chuck that out. Don't care. We don't care about that build up. We don't care about that little foreshadowing. And then Himiko Toga, her story that was like 2 chapters. Yeah, hey, we're gonna take those 2 chapters, 5 minutes. You know, we don't care about her. You know, we don't really care about villains. And then they did Shigaraki, and that was okay. And I think they also like skimped out on Double and whatnot too. So a lot of crap, honestly. I will say they handled Shigaraki's story decent, not amazing, but it was okay. Shigaraki's backstory was like tolerable, even though I think there was like small parts that were taken out. But yeah, My Villain Academia, terrible. Can't tell me otherwise. Marimashita Iruma-kun. This show, pretty good. I really adore it. Really like it. Amari-san, my favorite character. Of course, Iruma, really cool character. Kind of a dunce a little bit. But if you guys read the manga, very, very awesome. Eden Zero, pretty good. Honestly, it started a lot better than Fairy Tail did, honestly. I like it. For those people who like watched it on nefarious sites and not on Netflix, of course, but Netflix is doing really crappy decisions, especially with live actions, you know. So yeah, that no one asked for, but Eden Zero, pretty good. So that's it for this video. Here are my little thoughts and critiques on the animes. Tell me your thoughts down below, honestly. What you think about the summer of 2021's anime. Honestly, a lot of good anime. Not a lot of bad ones. There are some that were confusing and like kind of like what? In the story. There are some that I literally just didn't care about, and they were just they put it out there just to have fan service and whatnot, which fan service is cool. It's all good in the hood, but when it comes to like, I think there's a time and a place for fan service, and I don't care about anime who the sole purpose of the anime is just straight up all fan service, which is what this one pretty much was. It kind of like along the lines of High School of Dead, even though a lot of people glorified High School of Dead, I think it's kind of overrated. And it's kind of like freaking High School DxD. Again, that anime, I won't really say it's like overrated, but it is kind of overrated, honestly. But yeah, Opie Dragon, cool. It was funny. But yeah, so I'm going to end the video here. Please like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, comment down below your thoughts. And I'll see you guys in part 2. Peace out.